WBLS 107.5 in the class by itself, and gotta welcome homeboy Grandmaster Flash.
How you doing, Mr. Magic? Yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. Long time coming, man.
Yeah. I see you in there trying to get the beat together. Pretty difficult.
It's a different setup in there, man. Marley got it down pretty good, man.
Did you finally figure out how it goes?
Well, kind of like, but as I start doing it, I'll figure it out.
All right, so after we finish talking, you're going to go in there and do the wild thing,
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to give it a shot. You know how that is, Magic. You know.
All right, now, Flash, let me take my hat off, cool out, and relax, because I really want to know exactly what is Grandmaster Flash and the all-new Furious 5. What are you guys doing?
Okay, well, what it is like, as you know, we've, been off the scene for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
We've done some experimentation with some other stuff, and it kind of didn't hit. So it was like time to go back to the drawing board.
Back to the old school.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Back to basics. And what was most important too was, other than us going back to basics, we needed an outside ear, an outside critic, a professional.
Right.
And I have to give it to Larry Smith.
Oh, right. You changed producers.
You know what I'm saying?
So tell me about that, because a lot of entertainers, they change producers.
Well, what happened is we were always kind of used to writing our own lyrics, putting together our own tracks, and listening back to it. But sometimes you can be your worst critic at that point. Mm-hmm. So it's good to always have an outside ear, mm-hmm. An outside judgment on what's good and what's not good. And as we were putting things together, Larry might stop us and say, well, that's not going to work. And then I would ask him why. So it was a learning situation for me as well as for him.
Yeah, working professionally for a change.
But the thing was, which was most important also, is that we were friends. We used to hang out.
Right.
So it wasn't a thing where it was just straight up business. It was like a friendly relationship. We had an understanding. He knew what I wanted, and he kind of helped us bring it to reality.
Okay, tell me about the new members of the group. I know that I guess you guys have gone through an entire overhaul, so to speak.
Well, first of all, I want to say that it hasn't been easy. I mean, we've been through from the original group to the severance.
The original group.
Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5.
Melly Mel,
Chief
Cowboy,
right, Mr. Ness,
Mr. Ness, and Raheem. Okay.
From that, it was a separation of the six of us. 3 went one way and 3 went the other. And then from myself, Creole, and Raheem, we decided to abdicate from there and go look for a label that might give us a better shot. And we went to Electro Records, and that's what exactly happened. And from there,
let me interrupt you for a minute. Was that how did that make you feel, splitting up the crew? Because I mean, we have discussed this many nights at the Fever, and I think a lot of people would like to know exactly what happened to Grandmaster Flash and the original Furious 5.
Okay, well, what it was is that when we first actually went to Sugar Hill, before we went to Sugar Hill, we were, so to speak, a happy-go-lucky group, from the ghetto, just just making our music and just doing our things in the streets, in the parks, in clubs, gymnasiums, and stuff of that nature. And what happened after that, we had gotten offered a contract from a smaller label, which was Enjoy Records. And then from Enjoy Records, the Robinsons decided to pick up that contract, and then we signed with them. And I have to say that from a professional standpoint, there was a lot of things like business logistics and things that we did not understand.
This did not work out.
And
But personally, let's not get into the business. Personally, how do you feel about the members of the original group? Do you feel as though they're still a part of you, or
Absolutely.
Are they enemies, or
Oh, no way, because see what it is they are a part of me, because it was in putting together that mixture, it was I tried a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people tried and failed. Mm-hmm. So as I acquired each one of the members, they had to pass the test. Right. Because, see, I speak better with my hands. So whoever's going to be my voice had to have a good voice.
Okay.
So in acquiring
let me also ask you, do you ever think that those guys might come back? Because I want to know that. Because I have.
You always ask me that.
Every time I see you. Every time I see you, because I know what I heard.
Okay,
you guys made Freedom, The Message. You had a lot of big hits.
Yes, we did.
A lot of times you go through trials and tribulations, changes,
Magic. You're right.
So on and so forth. But you think there's a possibility that the crew might ever get back together?
Well, I'm a man of principle. Let's say, for instance, Magic, me and you, we grow up together. We make something out of from nothing, right? And I say to you, we're in a certain situation, and I tell you, Magic, let's get out of here. You don't believe, and I do believe, and I try proving it to you, and you decide to stay, and I leave. What can I do? I'm a man of principles, and there's like a thing where after there was the severance, acquiring, Mr. Broadway, Larry Love, Shane, it was like they stuck it out even through the bad times with me, and I have to respect that. I still love Scorpio, Cowboy, and Mel. There was never no problem amongst us, never ever. It was just the company.
Okay, well, let's say politics, and we'll leave it at that. We'll check out the premiere record from the LP.
Okay.
I kind of like that. You know why? Because it's telling the guys to dance with the females.
You know it.
I went and heard first with the Rap Attack right here on WBLS 107.5, as always, in the class by itself.
You know what time it is, you know what time it is. Horns.
Presenting the God Pops of Hip Hop, Mr. Magic.
WBLS 107.5 in the class by itself. Matter of fact, it's WBLS New York, and the Grandmaster's here. Flash, tell me about your name. A lot of controversy about Grandmaster Flash.
Why don't you address the question? What exactly?
Grandmaster Flash.
What's the controversy?
A lot of people said Grandmaster belongs to such and such a person, or Grandmaster. First of all, exactly what does Grandmaster mean?
Okay, well,
you had it first.
Okay, I depict the title Grandmaster as, how can I speak? It's like the zenith, the apex. It's like the highest form of a particular talent. It's like the highest that you can go. And it's
Speaking
like
geometry on half of these people. They see,
okay, let me
nobody really even knew that you know that, you see?
Okay, well, it's like, there's the alchemist, there's a chess player. I mean, it has so many broad bases, but those people excelled in what it was that they did. Okay. And I always try to do my best.
Flash, check it out. When exactly did you realize that you were in class by itself?
Oh, when did I realize that? Well, what it is, I leave it up to the people.
Okay.
I'm not one to be a braggadio type
modest
person.
Now. Oh, boy.
I never brag about how good or bad I am. The final critics is up to the people, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Tell me about the new album.
Okay, well, the name of the album is entitled Bada Boom Bang. And it has 14 songs on it. We have a song called My Big Black Caddy.
Right.
Ain't Me Funky Now. Song called I Smell Your Underarms.
Sounds like one of the parties used to give up in the Bronx.
I mean, we have like various types of songs on the album, and it's more mainstream Magic, and it's like right up the hip hop's ear, so to speak.
Okay, quickly, before we get out of here, you've done a lot of traveling. Tell me some of the places that you like to visit.
I like New Orleans. I like England. I like LA's okay. I've been almost damn near everywhere, Magic. And I like to go back.
All right, well, you'll be back out there. Look for his album in the stores.
You know it. And I also want to just say hello to all my boys, too. Raheem, Rio, Shane, Larry Love, Mr. Broadway. Always hello to Sugar Ray, Big Ray, Kev the dog. And Larry, I want to just personally thank you, man, for being there with much needed assistance. And I also want to thank my manager, Dan Young, for keeping things in perspective. I want to say hello to the Ebonies, and I want to say hello to Sherry. And Magic, I want to thank you.
Like a poet.
And I want to say thank to my family,
hi to Melly Mel and
you know it,
Keith Cowboy, a couple of homeboys. Anyway, the Grandmaster is going to rock back-to-back with Molly Marr right after this. Keep it right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the official voice of hip-hop, super rockin' Mr. Magic.
WBLS 107.5 in a class by itself. Nothing like big fun in the big town. As we wrap up tonight's program, just got finished chastising the Grandmaster. And now tell me about you and the original Furious 5. You guys are making a new record?
No, told you that. Nah, it's like that there. That probably never happened.
Oh, you can't speak on it right now.
I definitely cannot speak on it.
First of all, we got to find Grandmaster, or should I say Melly Mel and Keith Cowboy.
I wish the best for y'all, and I hope, that I wish you all the success in the world.
Is there a possibility that you guys might make a comeback?
Well, personally, I don't own a crystal ball, Magic, and I don't know what the future holds. You know what I'm saying? I never know,
Grandmaster, what do you think would happen if you guys ever got together again?
Once again, I tell you, that chemistry was made perfect. It took years to happen. I don't know.
Would you do it for the fans?
Magic, you put me in the bind when you ask me that.
We'll get to part 2 of this.
Bada Boom Bang, the new album will tell that.
All right, we'll get to part 2 of this some other time. Meanwhile, that about does it for yours truly, Super Rockin' Mr. Magic. Cloud return to burn tomorrow night, starting at 9 o'clock in the p.m. Anyone driving in the car, please proceed with a little extra safety in case, super listeners. Whenever you do your homework, always do it to the best of your ability, and also remember that persistence always overcomes resistance, and any fool can learn from his own mistakes, but it takes a wise man like the Grandmaster, or a wise gal like you to learn from the mistakes made by others. Quick reminder to be yourself, because you might find yourself by yourself, and that is definitely no fun for the entire Juice Crew. Molly Martha Gloves on Fly Tie Will, D from upstairs, Chili Q, and of course the Grandmaster. I'm Mr. Magic in the wind, reminding you and yours to keep your radio right here on the State of Fresh, 107.5 WBLS. As always, in a class by itself. Good night, y'all.